Hey there, YouTube. It's Witless here again, and I'm on Vita number 5. And still going strong. I know it's technically April 7th and everything, but I only decided to do this April 2nd. So, technically I'm still going strong because since the day I've decided to do it, I've, gotten to do it every day. So, still good. I should have done this earlier, but I guess I didn't realize how tired I was from the week. 'Cause the moment I got home today, I decided to rest my eyes and I fell asleep for 2 hours. So I've decided to sort of take a chill sort of night. I've been very unproductive, but you gotta have those nights sometimes. And actually, I'm getting the need to write, so I might do that after I finish up this. Anyway, it's Easter weekend. I'm here in the city. I do have family to visit, but unfortunately, for various reasons, I couldn't do it. So, luckily, I got invited to a dinner tomorrow night, so I'm gonna go to that. I enjoy Easter. I do enjoy Easter a lot. So, it's spring. It's so beautiful outside. Well, not so much anymore, but earlier today it was so sunny. I went for a walk just for the heck of it, and very glad I did. I've spent most of my days in a very dark office with just fluorescent lights to keep me company, and it's no fun. So I'm glad I can get a chance to enjoy the spring and take in the spring. So I'm thinking, what am I going to discuss for this Vita, seeing as how I was so lazy all day? Well, on an errand, I decided to splurge a bit. Splurging in my definition. I'm gonna keep that in too. My definition. Oh my god, that word! My definition of splurging is a bit different from other people's definitions of splurging. I've been rather tight for cash for the past, year or so. So my splurging involves just buying a comic book, and I couldn't help myself. I saw it. It's the latest in a series that I've been reading. I don't know if I've talked about this one before. Even if I have, though, I'm going to mention it again. It is called The Unwritten. And it's by a guy named Mike Carey, who also wrote a spin-off series of Sandman called Lucifer, which is another series I'd recommend. The Unwritten is about a guy named Tommy Taylor, or Thomas Taylor, whose father wrote a book series that was very Harry Potter-esque. He basically wrote a Harry Potter book series, and the main character, Thomas Taylor, was the inspiration for the Harry Potter character in his father's series. And so he kind of has lived with that burden. It's kind of like the guy who is the inspiration for Peter Pan. He never really lived down that legacy either. People always associated him with that. And so it's kind of, this is kind of the same deal. And so anyway, this guy, Thomas Taylor, goes around to conventions and stuff and kind of lives off of his father's legacy. And then, several things happen, most important of which is stuff that was happening, stuff from the books starts to leak into the real world, and so he has to figure out why, and it's such a complex series. I really like it. I started reading it and got immediately hooked. The characters are great. The artwork's great too. I got hooked. I'd recommend it. I'm on there's 5 of them now, 5 collections, and it's really, like I said, it's really complex and really intense at times, and it's really interesting. It's basically, it has a literature conspiracy at the heart of it, and I'm not spoiling anything by saying that because they established that within the first 5 pages of the first book. So it's a literature conspiracy. You'd think that sounds boring. It's not. This is the only book series I can think of that makes literature look badass. So, yeah, if you like graphic novels, please check it out. So that's my recommendation for this Vita. Another thing I wanted to show really quickly, because I meant to, and I just feel like showing it. I've been meaning to do it for a couple of days now. Errol's sister, my friend Errol, and again, it's pretty obvious. If you don't know Errol by this point, then you haven't been watching the videos. My friend Errol, who is a unique character, let us say, his sister, Lizette, who lives in Calgary, sent me something in the mail, or rather she sent it to Errol, and Errol gave it to me. It was meant for me. So it's actually a book, and it's called A Splendid Friend Indeed. And she said it just reminded her of our friendship. And I'm not going to read it out loud here. It cracked me up. I'll let you guess. I'll just show you one of the pictures. I'll let you guess. Let me just see if I can do that here. Which one is Errol? So, and I would read it out loud, except it's no good reading it out loud, because the first time I heard it, Errol read it out loud himself, and that's really the only way you can hear it. So maybe I'll convince him in his Vita to read it, but I just wanted to share it because it cracked me up, and I appreciated it. And it's funny, people are coming over now because it's still just sitting on my coffee table, and they kind of look and they're like, "You have a children's book on your coffee table," and I'm like, "Yeah." So, well, that about wraps it up for now. So, thanks for watching again. I'm going to continue with Vita number 6. I know this one wasn't too thrilling, but what can you do? So I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, and have a good Easter. Bye-bye.